What's up, guys? So today we're talking about knife storage again. So I'm on the subject of knife cases. I needed some new knife cases and I purchased them. And this is one of my favorite styles. I've shown these before. This one's actually slightly different. It's the exact same style, but I don't know, the material's a little different from my old ones. This is more like a, I don't know, something you'd have like in a car interior for seats or something. The old versions of these cases I have are more like a fake leather, you know, faux leather. But anyway, as you can see here, I bought 4 of them, and it is for these knives. All right, I have a bag here. I handle these carefully because I know they're rubbing on each other. I have another big bag here, and I got another bag here, and I have another 2 bags, I believe, in the other room that are smaller. But anyway, these are more of my interesting knife collection knives. What I mean by that are each one of these knives has something unique about it, whether it's a locking mechanism, an opening mechanism, something that's different. And I have these cases which holds 16 knives, I believe, and it's a little binder style, which I really do enjoy. And the ones I have, like I said, the faux leather, I want to say I have 6 or 7 of them. But as you can see, I've been collecting knives because those 6 or 7 are completely filled. And now I need more. So I just got these in the mail. I'm going to be filling these out with those knives. So you can see it has a zipper, and then you have these little fold out pads. So basically once you line this with knives, it covers it so that when you close them, they're not rubbing together like they are in the bag. But super, super cool. I've always recommended these. People say, you know, I'm starting to build a knife collection. I don't know where to put them. They're all just sitting in my dresser drawer or wherever. These are awesome. I try to get these as cheap as possible. It's hard because I used to get them on Amazon for like $12 or $13, and I just can't find them. I can't find the small ones. These were originally made by United Cutlery. I'm not sure it's the exact same style, so I'm not sure if someone ripped them off and copied the design or if they just changed the materials, but they all have an outside pocket, okay, with a little piece of Velcro. This is nice if you have like paperwork. If you happen to save your knife paperwork, you can line them up in here. Maybe you have a sheath or 2 that's really important you don't want to get rid of. That's a good little spot for that on the outside of the case. But I love these cases. These will range anywhere from, I want to say, 10 bucks if you're lucky, like super lucky, all the way up to like 20 bucks, all right? I happen to get these on eBay. There was 3 or 4 auctions for these, and the other auctions were for individual ones, so it's just one. And I needed 4 of them. One person happened to have a bunch, and I don't know the seller offhand. I'm sure you can search it, search 16 knife case or binder case. I mean, you can be creative with the words for the searching. But I ended up getting these for $13 each. And then shipping was, I don't know, 8 bucks or something, and then tax for Pennsylvania, which is stupid. But yeah, I mean, I paid a little bit more than I would have on Amazon, but I needed them. And there was one seller that had, I want to say, like 30 of them. So I ended up getting 4 of these. I do actually like this material more than the old faux leather. I don't know, it seems more durable. My other ones are fine. I do use them all the time. I take them in and out. And one started to rip. In fact, let me grab that real quick. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so here is a regular one. All right, that's filled up with knives. And you can see it's the exact same style, all the way down to this little curvature here. But you can see this is a smooth faux leather. Has the pocket in the front. Never use the pockets personally. I do keep all the sheets that I actually keep separate. But yeah, it's the exact same thing, right? But then I have this one that started to tear on me. All right, so there's a little layer of foam under there for padding. Not a huge deal, but obviously, you know, after a couple more years of use, this is going to spread and look like crap, and I'll probably have to throw it out. But yeah, this is what I was working with, and these are the new ones, just to compare those materials. Super smooth. And if you buy these, I mean, it could be these. I mean, it's sometimes hard to tell from the picture. I had no idea this is a different material. I don't care. I do prefer this more. But just as a reference, if you buy from one seller and then buy from another seller, it might actually be a different material here. But anyway, so that is that. I'm going to load all 4 of these up with those knives you just saw all over there. And then we'll take a quick peek. You know, I'm not going to go over every knife. In the future, I may go over the entire collection. But I don't feel like doing that right now. It takes a long time. That's going to be like an hour-long video. Not even kidding. Because as I'm talking about each knife, I'm going to keep going. And I have over 100 knives. So that's it. I'll be right back when these things are filled up. All right, so I'm still filling these things up, but I figured I'd turn the camera on here and show you a couple things. So I set these knives apart for different reasons. This one I thought was pretty interesting because I mean it looks like a lighter. It's just a free spinning wheel here. But, you know, even though it's kind of unique looking, I'm not going to put this in this unique knife collection just because essentially it's just a assisted opening. That's it. So that'll stay off to the side. Also, I had that little auto here just because I didn't have an auto in my collection of interesting mechanisms that had a wheel lock on this. But I'm just going to put this with my automatics as well. So that's also staying out of this collection. Then I had the Spyderco Spider Card, which is definitely unique. However, just not going to be able to fit it in these straps. Of course, I could put it in one of the front pouches, but I'm probably just going to end up selling this or using it. If you've never seen one of these, very, very cool. And then the lock is on the inside. That's how you depress through the hole here, the frame lock, all right? So, I mean, it's an interesting knife, definitely cool blast and pass, but again, literally just doesn't fit in these straps. Some of these straps it's difficult to get such large knives like this inside of them without, you know, ripping them or breaking them. And then last but not least here, I had this very cool knife from RJF, Red Jacket Firearms, all right? Who remembers that show, right? What a horrible thing to happen with the owner of the company. If you don't know, look it up. Now, even though this has kind of a cool curved design with those finger grooves, it is super comfortable to hold, and the knife itself is rare because the company is obviously long gone. You know, it's not unique in that it doesn't have a special mechanism, you know, and that's kind of where the focus is here, is knives that are super unique. So I left these two out just as examples here. Here's a Brownie knife. All right, so the end here, the spacer, actually has a little pry bar, which is kind of cool. But you can see there's a little switch here. When you push the switch, you rotate the handles, and this is how this one opens up. Now, it's not the only knife like this. There's many knives with this design, and then it locks open. But because of that, it's completely housed in the handle here. You're able to do a double-edged blade, which is super cool. In fact, this knife was offered in 3 different blades. So if you didn't want a double edge because it wasn't allowed where you live, you know, there's other options there. I want to say there's a drop point and a Tanto available. I did a separate video on this knife, but in case you haven't seen it, that's what's going on with that one. So go ahead and put that in the case. All right, and I mean, putting these in here, you have to be careful of the straps, and you have to kind of use some common sense. Like if you have a big old fat one here, you can't put a big old fat one next to it. That's why I kind of alternate with little ones, skinny ones. See the stitching in the middle here? This set of straps is it's just one strap that's sewn from here to here. Then this is a separate strap. So what happens is if you put a lot of pressure on one, like as I'm pulling this strap, it's pulling these two and these two and this one tighter. So if I have something really big and fat, I'm not gonna be able to pull this one up as much because this is literally just a strap from here to here. So just something to keep in mind. But anyway, let's go ahead and pop this in. It's gonna fit there. Yeah, I'll put it in this row. So you kind of lift one end up, and I kind of like having the pocket clips up and then clipped. All right, so in this case, I'll just leave it like that, but normally I would just put that underneath the clip there. So here's another one I wanted to show. I know I did a separate video on this. I actually got this knife not too long after I actually got a Smith & Wesson M&P. I ended up getting the shield. I thought it'd be kind of cool to have the knife. Someone offered it, and I wanted it for this unique knife mechanism collection. This one, although it's a cheaper knife in quality, it's got a very cool feature in that there's a flipper on the back, all right, and it's assisted, all right. It's a liner lock. Pull it down to here, then you feel that spring tension, okay. So it's an assisted opener. However, there's also a switch on here. If I switch that down, you can see the big red A that converts it to automatic, all right. So I never seen anything like this before on any other knife. We have an automatic, right? I've seen dual action knives where it's an automatic and then a manual knife, but to go from an automatic to a flipper, that one didn't go out all the way, but it's just, or excuse me, not a flipper, an assisted blade. It's just kind of unique. It's definitely different. You know, I'd prefer if I want to use a thumb stud, I kind of can't because it pops out too much, you know, so it's just interesting. I don't know why someone thought, well, you know, it's assisted, but that's not good enough. Let's also make it available as an automatic. Just kind of strange. I mean, automatic, yeah, it shoots out every time. But you'd think the other option would be completely manual, and it's not. It's still assisted. Kind of strange. But anyway, unique. And that's the whole point. That's the theme of all of these knives. So I'm going to put that one right there. I'm actually going to put the small end ends first. This has a glass breaker on the bottom as well because it's uber tactical, right? Tactical. So what I normally do is put this all the way through and bring that under the clip. All right, so it's just firmly in this case. So when this opens up, if I drop it or something, the knives don't go flying. Now this one here, you can see obviously the blade's exposed, and that's because the sheath is over here. This one, when you unlock it, has a lock back on there. It rotates and locks into a T position so you can have a push dagger. Now it won't fit here as a push dagger, and the sheath doesn't fit on it when it's open like this. So that's why those are separate. But anyway, so that is it. That is these knife cases. I still have 3 to 4 spots on this one, well 5 spots because I have one over here. But like these very end spots, they're very tricky. With regular modern like tactical folders, these end spots are almost useless because you're taking up too much of that strap with larger knives. These cases are absolutely perfect for trappers, you know, muskrats, I mean any slip joint, besides obviously the very, very large one like a jumbo trapper or like a sunfish or, you know, something like that. But yeah, if you happen to have like an old school, you know, collection of slip joints, these are perfect for them. You could fit pretty much all of them in there. But with modern folders, some are big and fat and shaped weird, and you might not fit the full 16 in each one of these pouches. But yeah, I left this open so you can see. Actually, let's see, the zipper's on the bottom there. So you kind of, I guess you can grab the zipper first, fold it up, and then zip these away, and you can pile them away, you know. Just nice storage. And then this is the other one that I filled. And again, I'm not going to go over every single one. There's that SOG that had the strap cutter I'd be very careful of, which I never liked the design. I think I talked about that in my video. When you're putting this pot clip over something, it's very easy for that material to slip into there and then obviously get cut, mostly your pocket. But yeah, variety of brands, variety of you know, styles, different ages, all kinds of stuff in here. But I mean, most of you guys can probably name most of the knives that are in here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I ended up filling 2 of these cases. I thought I had more knives, but that's okay because I always will have more knives. I gotta grab that zipper first. So as time goes on, I have the other cases now to fill up, so I don't have to worry about buying new ones. So there you go. So that's all. Just want to touch upon knife storage a little bit. There's all kinds of different things you can do to store your knives. This is just another option. This is one of my favorite options. I have these small binders, and I also have the large binders that hold like 30 something knives. It's the same style, just bigger panels, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just want to touch upon this a little bit. Let me know down in the comment section, how do you store your knives? Love to hear it. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.